Hello everyone, I'm gonna make this video because I am getting really fucking criticised in my comments for Game of Thrones reactions about what scenes I'm including and that I'm not focusing and just silly things like that, which obviously you guys don't get to see half the episode, if that. You get to see 10 minutes of the episode. And when I first began reactions way back when, I used to upload 35-40 minutes of an episode and I would get really screwed over by the TV networks and copyright issues. I whittled it down and I've gradually made it to 10 minutes per episode, and I know that HBO also only allow 10 minutes of an episode being shown for reaction and fair use purposes. Everybody knows that, even people in the comment section have told me this, just to make me completely sure that I'm aware. This brings me to the fact that 10 minutes of an episode of me reacting, of me talking, or facial expressions, anything like that, that's got to be in 10 minutes. I don't see the need to do 2 parts yet because my reactions just aren't that long. There's no point in me just having minutes and minutes of just staring at the computer. There's no reason for that whatsoever. What you guys don't get to see is me listening to the dialogue, watching the scenes and understanding the scenes. I do understand things that are going on. You guys just don't see it that way because you don't see me watching those scenes. This is no disrespect to any of my viewers, obviously, because it's not your fault that you don't get to see that dialogue, because I don't include it. I don't think the criticism that is flooding the comment section about what I know and what I don't know is really needed, because I know what I know. I know that I understand what's going on in Game of Thrones. I know what the Jaime and Brienne scene in the bathtub was about. I understood and listened to that. I understand that the Hound, Clegane, is terrified of fire. I understand these things that you say he does not understand. I'm watching the series. You guys who have watched it to season 7 have such a huge perspective of the TV show because you've seen so many things move off. You've seen it right up until where it's at. You've seen the developments. You've seen people expand on things that have happened in previous episodes or things that have been said. I don't have that yet because I'm watching it for the first time, and you need to give it some bleeding time for me to actually get through the seasons so I can understand to a level that you guys do as well. I'm not going to leave the people out who have supported and essentially defended me in the comment section as well, because these guys have actually backed me up and said that they understand why I'm only including certain things in the reactions. They understand that I'm still understanding what's going on, and that's really cool. So thank you very much for your support. Because I got a lot of roasting for not including the Jaime and Brienne bathtub scene, I'm going to include the entire scene at the end of this video, just so you can see how much I actually reacted to. I don't want you guys staring at a blank face when I'm listening to the dialogue. I made a point last night. I either react and talk and discuss to myself over the dialogue, bearing in mind I do have subtitles on, or I stay quiet. Either of these options, I can't win with my viewers. This is because if I talk, I get roasted for talking over the dialogue and missing stuff. If I don't talk, I get roasted for not reacting enough. I have watched a lot of other people's reactions since I watched this episode for Kiss by Fire, and they're all getting the same shit. You didn't react to that scene, blah blah blah. It's the most important scene, why is there no reaction to it? Why are you just staring blankly? It's because we're soaking up everything that's being said. Some of us that are doing the reactions now or recently, we are behind the people who, like you, are at the end of season 7 and waiting for season 8 to come out. So as I said, here is Jaime and Brienne's bathtub scene, where you can stare at my blank face and hear me chuckle or mention 1 or 2 things over the period of 7 minutes. Enjoy.
Not so hard. We'll scrub the skin off.
What are you doing here?
Need a bath. Help me out of these rags. Get out.
There's another tub.
This one suits me fine. Don't worry, I'm not interested. If I faint, pull me out. I don't intend to be the first Lannister to die in a bathtub.
Why should I care how you die?
You swore a solemn vow, remember? You're supposed to get me to King's Landing in one piece. Not going so well, is it? No wonder Renly died with you guarding it. I was unworthy. Forgive me. You protected me better than most.
Don't you mock me?
I'm apologizing. I'm sick of fighting. Let's call a truce.
You need trust to have a truce.
I trust you. There it is. How's the look? Seen it for 17 years and face after face. You all despise me. Kingslayer. Oathbreaker. Man without honor. You heard of wildfire?
Of course.
The Mad King was obsessed with it. He loved to watch people burn. With their skin blackened, blistered, and melted off their bones. He burned lords he didn't like. He burned hands who disobeyed him. He burned anyone who was against him. Before long, half the country was against him. There saw traitors everywhere. So he had his pyromancer place caches of wildfire all over the city. Beneath the Sept of Baelor, and the slums of Flea Bottom, under houses, stables, taverns, even beneath the Red Keep himself. Finally, the day of reckoning came. Robert Baratheon marched from the council after his victory at the Trident. But my father arrived first. The whole Lannister army at his back, promising to defend the city against the rebels. I knew my father better than that. He's never been one to pick the losing side. I told the Mad King as much. I urged him to surrender peacefully. But the king didn't listen to me. Didn't listen to Varys, who tried to warn him. But he did listen to Grand Maester Pycelle. That grey sunken cunt.
I agree with that.
You can trust the Lannisters, he said. Lannisters have always been true friends of the crown. So we opened the gates and my father sacked the city. Once again, I came to the king, begging him to surrender. He told me to bring him my father's head. Then he turned to his pyromancer. Burn them all, he said. Burn them in their homes, burn them in their beds. Tell me if your precious Renly commanded you to kill your own father and stand by while thousands of men, women, and children burned alive, would you have done it? Would you have kept your oath then? First, I killed the pyromancer, and then, when the king turned to flee, I drove my sword into his back. Burn them all, he kept saying. Burn them all. I don't think he expected to die. He meant to burn with the rest of us and rise again. Reborn as a dragon, turn his enemies to ash. I slit his throat to make sure that didn't happen.
Savage.
That's where Ned Stark found me.
If this is true, why didn't you tell anyone? Why didn't you tell Lord Stark?
Stark? You think the Honorable judged me guilty the moment he set eyes on me. By what right does the wolf judge the lion? By what right?
The Kingslayer!
Jaime. My name's Jaime.
So thank you very much for watching. This was in no way meant to be some kind of complainy, whiny, stupid video, but please just bear in mind in the comment section, you just gotta cool it. Please just cool it. If you want to keep seeing my reactions, cool it. I don't do these reactions to be roasted. I do it because I enjoy doing them. And when you're roasting somebody, that takes their motivation and enjoyment away from something. So please, 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 cool it in the comment section. Just enjoy my reactions of what I include, and always remember, I listen to the dialogue, even if it's not included in the reaction. Thank you very much, and I hope to see you on the next reaction of Game of Thrones very, very soon.